Welcome back, chess fans. In this video, a game between Wesley So and Gukesh. They played as a super united GCT Rapid and Blitz. Magnus Carlsen won the tournament as always. Wesley So finished second and Gukesh finished third. They had both Rapid and Blitz to play. Now the following game is very special because on my channel I explain the Italian Giuoco Piano. You can watch the videos I have. And this game is another Italian, and Wesley shows how to play with the white pieces. Now, Gukesh is a reigning world chess champion from India. It was highly interesting to see how he would play this position from the black side. So I'm going to go fairly quickly in the opening. We have our Italian here, c3, knight f6, and now we go Giuoco Piano g3 first. Again, watch my videos. I have a lot of content around that. Now in this position, typically I would play bishop b3, knight d2. And Wesley goes rook e1, that's okay. And castle, that's also possible. And he plays h3. Why h3? Because you don't want black to pin our knight on f3. And now black does the same. Gukesh plays h6. That way is preventing bishop g5 pinning our knight over here. So what do we do with white? Knight bd2, rook e8, and we have a classic positions. Now, knight f1, the knight always goes to f1 and g3. Bishop a7, retreating the bishop. Bishop b3, that's the move I was highlighting earlier. Bishop e6. So far, both players spend 1 second or 2 seconds per move. They have prepared that. Gukesh with the black pieces, and Wesley So is the specialist of the Italian. And here, Wesley doesn't want to trade the bishop, so retreats here. Black says, fine, let me take the center by pushing g5. A classic motif in this variation. Wesley take, black takes, knight g3, that was the plan. And here, queen d7. So we have a very typical position. It's time to take our first pose and analyze this position. Now, Wesley spent 9 seconds on the next move. So even though he was very familiar with the positions, it took a bit more time to decide what to do next. Feel free to pause the video, and in this case, white played knight h4. The idea, pretty simple. You want to land the knight on f5. And if black were to prevent that, look at that. Bishop h6, win a pawn. So here, the computer recommends either rook a d8, playing in the game, or bishop c5. Let's say bishop c5, you push, bishop f8, protecting here the king side. Alright, but in the game, rook a d8 played. Very quickly, Wesley put the knight on f5. And here, with the black pieces, Gukesh, the world champion, spent 57 seconds. So that game is played at 5 minutes plus 2 second increments. Spending 57 seconds, it's a lot of time. And he comes up with queen e6. Actually, the best move according to Stockfish 17 was to cut the king in a corner. We will understand that during the game. Queen e6 played, and here, very quickly, 9 seconds, d4. What is the idea of d4? Well, number one, we have the queen over here, so we're threatening to take over here. Number two, we have a bishop here with a queen d3. We will do a battery, and we're opening up the diagonal here from b1 h7. So queen e6, very quick reaction, g4. And over here, Gukesh is in trouble. He spends another 54 seconds. And then he realizes that the queen is badly placed, and he retreats the queen to d7. So now he plays queen d8, d7, queen d7, e6, and back to d7. That's a lot of time wasted with the queen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this is why I wanted to bring this game. This is a classic Italian Giuoco Piano, why to play. And let me give you a hint. In this position, Wesley So invested 1 minute and 31 seconds. 1 minute and 31 seconds, that's extremely, out of 5 minutes, that's an extreme amount of time. What did he check out? Feel free to pause the video. So here we have to take advantage of the position, and black haven't been cautious with the king. So the two moves that Wesley was considering was knight takes g7, a sacrifice, or bishop h6. Now he played the knight, but if he had played bishop h6, that was very tempting, because when black recapture, what do? Queen c1, and the queen is coming to h6. Not easy to defend the pawn. Knight h7 will be a variation. Queen h6, threatening checkmate. f6. And now, how do you continue? Knight h5, putting more pressure. Let's say if the queen come here, we can do a check here, and here we can do bishop take. If the king goes here, we're gonna do our classic bishop g6, winning the queen. And if the queen takes, spaghetti-o, knight f6 checks, we have winning the queen and the game. But even that was very strong. Maybe on bishop h6, there's no need to take back the pawn, and black can play a different move. So because of that, Wesley went for knight g7, attacking here. And now, if the rook move, you're gonna win a second pawn by force and winning the game. So Gukesh has to take, and now brilliant bishop h6, giving two pieces at once. So Wesley had to calculate. If Gukesh had taken here, queen d2 check, very nice, and now the queen comes to the party. Queen g5 check, and if you come here, you're taking with check, and if the king goes to f8, very careful. Do you take the knight or you play something else? Well, you have to play knight f5, winning on the spot, because how do we defend against queen g7? Very hard, right? So instead, if you were to take that knight, queen e6, and you don't have any more checks on this one, you can go back here, and on this one, you can probably escape or play f6. Or you can even come back with a king. So anyway, maybe king d7 is probably the best. Anyway, knight f5, winning right away, because on this one, you have many moves. You're taking that, and you're still threatening checkmate. All right, so now on bishop h6 check, Gukesh decided not to take the second piece. Bishop g5, strong attack. Queen e6, defending the knight. And here, bishop f5, attack the queens again. And now we need to bring a piece to the party. Knight h5. Now you can see very quickly, if you were to take, that's the end of the game. You do check, check. This is curtains. So on here, because you cannot take the knight h7 played. Actually, it was better to play knight g8, but in this case, you would do, let's say, queen d2 with an attack, or even knight g3 with an attack, threatening queen h5 check. Either way would work. But knight h7, the defense, we take, queen g4. The queen is coming to the party, queen g6, queen h4. Now we're threatening a discovery like that. King g8 played. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this is where Wesley invests another 20 seconds to finish the attack. You're down a piece, but having the attack, what do you play here? Why to play? All right, maybe you find the move, there's different ideas. Why you don't want to play, it's okay to play knight f checks, but here, we don't want to play here, because then I'm going to recapture here, and it's hard to attack again. So yes, you want some material, the game's going to be very long from here. Instead, Wesley goes for the kill. He doesn't play knight f6 checks, he goes with a rook lift. Rook e3 after 20 seconds. How do you defend? Again, rook g3, targeting the king. So e takes d4 was played, rook g3 here, and now you're winning with white no matter what. If black is taking the pawn, we give a check, and here, brilliant move, bishop h6, giving a check and winning the queen. Let's say on this one, you just capture over here. And if the queen is being taken, you can simply play bishop c3. You can have rook e1 on top, queen h4, and you are winning this position. So instead, Gukesh tries rook e4 attacking the queen. And now we give a check. The king came here. And here, last move of the game, knight takes e4. And again, if you play with the bishops, I can do bishop f6 checks. Beautiful. The king moves somewhere. And I can do checkmate. Very nice. And if I do the queen, I can probably do a discovery or play queen h6 first. I do king g8. And now I just need to move the bishop anywhere. Let's say over here. Then the queen has to go back. And here you can just finish the game like that. You give a check. And here, beautiful checkmate. So if I were to sum up, that was a brilliant game. What were the moves that I would absolutely remember to play? In this position, you move the knight here because you're trying to go to f5. In this position, you play g4, opening up your bishop and taking advantage of the rook versus the queen. And over here, we have two different moves. And the winning move was knight takes g7. By the way, bishop takes h6 was also very good. So very, very good game. And Wesley did a perfect job. And when the move were a bit harder over here, again, takes 20 seconds and worked out that rook e3 is the quickest way to win the game as opposed to just win back the material invested. So I think that concludes the game I wanted to show you. I hope you enjoy the Italian. Once again, I had the videos and I was showing how the f5 square is very important in that game. You can check out the previous videos and the opening moves, and I see you in the next one.